get there. Audience, take care of yourself. Each the restrooms there are subjected to for the talk about the cafe. There is more restrooms around for key where there's better lighting. So, but other piece is right here. If you want to practice taking some photos, I want to here. Also on Instagram, local Tree Wheel. That's us. We post a lot of wonderful things. Besides also a lot of programming. Check out our welcome table. We have some poetry books for you to you like. There's some merch, teas, notebooks. They provide team members those what and yeah, only besides the we have for documentation, you like to stream our event and take some photos. You don't want to be photographed, let us know. And you will share how you are. And right. So let's do something. If you share something brand new on mic tonight, you might have something called new shit.
New shit.
Maybe a little dusty. Something from an old notebook. You can have old shit.
Old shit.
And you have all the shit in between.
In between shit.
So yeah, you say the thing and shit, and then we say the thing and shit too. Cool, cool.
Cool.
Amazing. Awesome. All right, I won't take up too much more of your time. If you're interested in jumping on the mic, find us. We'll do our best to put you on here. We're going to do a little intermission before our main event, our Samurai Slam. Figure out our lovely members, judges, judges, all of that. It'll be a good time. With that, I'm going to welcome, I'm going to let y'all know who's on deck, actually. We're actually going to bring our lovely friend Hazel. Hazel, you are on deck. But to make sure the mics are working even better, making sure the stage looks really handsome. I want you to practice. I didn't say practice, right? Get those hands going. Get those following going. And welcome to our lovely stage. Give it up for Connor!
So here I am. I got some bullshit. Bullshit. Oh my black apple touches its skin with mine. Black apple fuses its light with my eyes. Black apple is my crutch. And I'm black apple fibers fuel my soul. Black circuits cut my soul is dark. Night is dark. Black apple shines bright. Flies. Black apple tells me I am dispensable as I drown in light. The chapel is invisible. The fight isn't in front of me, it's inside. The crash is cracked all the night. The apple always claims victory as my my black apple changes. My black apple changes. My black apple breaks.
You'll hear Connor a little bit later. Um, wow. Good times, good times. I just want to do a big shout out. Anyone just finished their semester? Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh! Congrats, congrats! I'm so excited for y'all. Okay, great, great, beautiful. Keep it a little open, right? On deck, we have Carol. Carol, you are on deck. All right. I'm excited for this next meeting. This person actually invented jet uh, propulsion, and yeah, so that's how they get around through that propulsion. Please make sure boys are welcome to the stage. Hey,
everybody. I'm Hazel. I married two short films. The first one is new shit.
Yeah.
It's called I Wish I Could. Hallucinations now. My beloved faces pass away to a livable place in between. Melodies from sweet long ago gone. I wish they had name tags so I could make them as verbose as my stomach felt remembering. My beloved faces. I want them to hurt so I can make art again. I want them to shine like shadow on the lids of my clandestine eyes, harboring poignant tears, but floating through this space, I only find fancy black saline clothes, not a single overwrought home with 10 bedrooms, paper peeling piously off the olden walls, printed stories of the dancing man who surely must have died, that place where the kids all screamed and banged drums and shredded strings and jumped around like animal lumps on alcohol and laughed in the angsty basement, sipping dust air, missing. This one is also new shit.
Ooh, shit.
Called Shrub. And I sit now above the shrubbery that grows from the garden outside. There are lilacs and the other plants I do not know the name of yet. And I find out in unfamiliar names, faces, bodies, I seek the familiar as though never feel the same. And I've wrote about loss and the nemesis into pages, yet in some grim way there is nothing, nothing inside me hurting, no injured heart. There is only a healed one looking, looking to lay rest in an unfamiliar revered chest.
All right.
Anyway,
What you think, Paul? I got something really important to show. There is here. I see it for like in this Oh,
maybe
I just want to do another update. I am 15 minutes walk out. All right, on deck we have our update. And you are on deck. The walk stage. Very shout out to person, very talented artists and painter. They actually uh, paint from their even brain, and if the music comes to real life. My goodness. Art is crazy out here. Please take a moment and welcome to the stage, Carol! Carol's gonna sing! Keep on clapping for the whole
I'm sorry, guys. He mentioned painting, so way in the water, way in the water, way don't you stop labor, expertise, cultivation of rice, tobacco, African people, Babylon's infrastructure, the U.S. Capitol White House, enslaved and all labor street making Arab traded black lives matter so people, slaves, the American families, insurance, trade, science, education, as America became more civilized, eliminating more black lives, poor, there were those living and dying of chattel slavery, self-emancipating captivity, many freedom-seeking slaves fled the Great Dismal Swamps, constructing their own communities, nomadic by necessity. God's gonna trouble the water. Yes, he troubled the water. These swamps, every cypress tree, alive with dead snake bodies, they keep slaves for all your civilizations, all your plantations. Y'all ain't civilized. Ain't no civil life. Living on white lies, black death. We black Carolina soil steeped in centuries of black talk, thriving in swamps, surviving in the mouth of the Babylonian beast, a mesh in an ecosystem on land, white folks in capital. We found in 1872, my ancestor, Urban James, having sold corn and labor, signed a contract to buy swamp found in Jamestown, South Carolina. That city cost his life. His descendants would be free of white supremacy. Wait in water, junction, down the trouble.
Uh, this is the first time I can say it. Right? And we love folks on the open mic, so we gotta celebrate that. Audience, we gotta do a please come back for our yeah. Amazing. 1, 2, 3. Please come back. Yeah. What was ours coming in? Lovely open mic. Another update. I'm full of updates today. My best friend showed up. Uh, Another update. I'm no longer lined up. I'm no longer lined up. Yay! Update. Yeah, who's the update tracker? It's I'm like me. All right, beautiful, beautiful. On deck we have a next homie to the microphone. This person is happy to have the easiest collection of added points. Yeah. So if you already proposed deciding things, that's this person. Yes, no, and maybe. So, we have. Please make some noise and welcome to the stage. Ready?
So this is actually quite old, 5 years.
Oh.
As the title for it, titled. Again, wasn't until I picked this out that I realized that it's a very autumny sort of story. So I guess it's kind of fitting for such a hot day and kind of longing for autumn a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, Untitled. The old wooden door of the office whined as it pushed open, releasing the first new air the office had breathed since 5 in the morning. The old wooden clock hanging on the old wooden wall read 10:22. Sarah stepped into the room that for the past 3 years she had known as her workspace. The room was older than her, old-aged and old-fashioned. The walls were all wood and the floor all dusty carpet. On the walls hung maps and items of historical reference, some true antiques, others simply gift shop replicas given by family and friends. In the two corners of the room against the same wall the entrance sits are 2 large bookshelves, both filled with little room to spare. The lamps used to light the room at night, or when one was so inclined to draw the shades of the single window, as was the case, illuminated with a sickly yellow tone. Quaint, one might say, with a silent derogatory accent, but it was hers, well, mostly hers, as she shared this humble workspace with a coworker, Isaac felt. It was he who she greeted upon entry, slouched over his desk, head buried in a mess of papers and notebooks and thick books. "You look like you've been here a while," she said, veiling with worried heart. "Been here since 5, responded a raspy voice. "Woke up early, unable to stop thinking about the new data that's come in. I figured instead of tossing and turning in bed, I would come in early and try to parse all this out. How's it coming along? I've considered banging my head against the desk a number of times. Tell about as much progress as I've made." Sarah moved to the window and drew the curtains open. The room became filled with the pale blue light of an autumn morning, only contested by the stale yellow lamp that still shone over Isaac's desk. She just about expected Isaac, that creature of the dark, to catch fire and turn to dust like a vampire, but he seemed unfazed. The room is now markedly less depressing, she thought. The scent of bitter, stale coffee came to her attention. As was normal, Isaac had a mug of half-drunk black coffee sitting on a notepad, shriveled and stained with countless rings of coffee. It was obvious that, though likely not his first cup, it had been sitting in that mug for a number of hours, meeting the temperature of the room. Stained rings along the inside of the mug told the story of a drink infrequently consumed, not savored, but neglected. "You should try putting some sugar in that coffee of yours. Maybe it'll finally make you livelier." "They don't pay me enough to be lively and work, Sarah," he said, still staring at the mess of work on his desk. She didn't need to see his face to know that he was cracking a friendly grin along with that response. "For goodness sakes, at least reheat that poor mug of coffee. It's cold as a winter morning. It's lukewarm. I like it that way. Black and bitter is my soul, as they say." Sarah dropped down into the rolling office chair that sat before her own desk, whose surface was marginally cleaner than Isaac's, but no less occupied. She reached down and powered on the old computer resting beneath the desk. As it slowly booted up with the whirring of fans, she stared straight through her monitor, paying no attention to the screen itself, but instead caught in thought. She turned to Isaac, whose neck and back were still bent like that of a shrimp over his work, and spoke, now realizing what he needs. "It's a beautiful autumn day today. Not the kind of day one should be spending in a stuffy wooden box with your eyes glued to papers." Isaac put down his pen and finally raised his head to meet her eyes. "Plus," she continued, "if you sit in that chair any longer, I fear you're going to fuse with it." She leaned back in her chair and turned to look out the window. She could see the vibrant color of leaves gently descending to the ground, some then being quickly carried across the ground by a soft breeze. "We can get some fresher coffee while we're out. I'm sure if you ask them nicely, they'll make you a lukewarm brew." "Yeah, I think I'd like that. Coffee's on me. Might just have to ask for a little sugar in it then."
Shout out to the homie Teddy. That's a homie. That's a real one. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Heavy. Awesome. Just quick. Can I get a review from the front row? How comfy is it?
So comfy.
So
I love
comfy.
being your best friend.
Oh my gosh. Same. Look at this. This is so nice. Oh my gosh. Beautiful. At any time, feel free to continue to support the venue. grab some goodies over there. I have a lovely smoothie bowl. I'm interested in grabbing myself a little espresso martini. That's right. That's right. All right, keep it going with the open mic. We have our main event, which is a samurai slam. We got prizes, cash prizes. Full slam. It's wonderful, wonderful. With that on deck, we have the homie. Did I say who's on deck already? Last time? All right, great. Beautiful. Lexi, you're on deck, Lexi. Okay. Um, but coming up next, which I did mention,
Yes.
I just want to make sure. I write the numbers on here, and then I'm like, wait, I wrote like three of the same numbers. It's like a code for me. It's fun. This next homie, they used to be a bully, but we all grew up. This person used to be a bully, but they are now actually an incredible caregiver. They actually is one of the writers for Game Informer back in the day, helping us out, beating levels, trying to level up. I love a good Easter egg quest. That's my type of scavenger hunt. Please make some noise and welcome to the stage, Ray!
I've gotten to the point where I've got preamble or this is incredible. Anyway, this is just something I threw together, kind of just a little account of a weird night I had one time. Story time. Calling it best friends. One night in 2024, on a whim, I went and hunted the Aurora Borealis. I loaded up my photographic hunting rifle, geared up my gasoline steed, rode for the hills where my skybound prey couldn't hide from me. -2 in December, with all my windows down. I stopped on a pull-off outside of Conway. 2 cars came and sandwiched mine as I sat in the hood and took in the stars. Group from one and group from the other, shivering bodies, chattering words, nervous laughs like they'd never seen a dark sky before. Never felt the cold wind burn them from the valley's gaping throat. They cheered and laughed, high on life and mountains and probably pounds of weed. The smell was true. 5 minutes of talking, and the whole group cheered, "This is our new best friend, Ray. We're all going to buy his book." I shared packs of hot hands with them. They were cold, and I don't let my best friends go cold. They drove off by the light of the Aurora, and I never saw that troop of actors from New York City ever again. For an hour of our lives, I was their best friend. So I drove and stopped at another pull-off. Found a whole group of big game photographers. They're all trying to find true north while their cell phones disagree. I had a real compass, and we stalked the glowing prey through the pines. One woman kept talking. She asked me why I felt safe hiking with strangers. So we're all looking for the light, that's why. It's 3 a.m. We shoot down our prey with Nikons and Sonys and Canons and iPhones. It's a silent, peaceful massacre of shutters and photos. Minutes later, we've had our fill. A great hunting party disperses in the open parking lot. A woman my age, my impromptu hunting partner for the night, sends me her trophies, and I send her mine. There's 1 square foot of this dark frozen mountain where she has me cell service. The photos take a while to save. She looks up at me wide-eyed. "You know Lauren? Yeah, she's my good friend. She's mine too. You live in Lowell? Just outside it. We're heading back to the same home after this, I guess." "Yeah, we'll go on the lights again another time," she told me. We both had our trophies, and we both knew this whole conversation was one big happy lie. We parted ways on the best of terms under the cold northern lights. We were about to drive 3 hours home, both of us. Our destinations 15 minutes apart. Before we go, I look at her and ask her, "Hey, how do you know that you're in good company when you go to these things?" I talk a lot. I pretend I'm spacey. Pretend I'm really dumb. And I have a claw hammer in my jacket. Cool, that's rad. I'll see you around. Dawn broke proper over the mountain, and we never saw each other again. For 5 hours that night, we were all best friends. And that's it.
Awesome. Shout out to the homie Ray. Thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. Um, yeah, I just love the variety we got on this open mic. Stories, poetry, stuff that people still put together. Folks that are still, you know, working on their craft. If that's something you're interested in, open mic is a beautiful spot to do that. Some folks who are you know, working on performance, working on sharing for a big stage. Open mic is a great place to feel it out, get that practice in, you know. But also, yeah, I love a good story. Beautiful. We have a few more homies before we move on to our announcements and our working section, and then we're going to do a small little intermission. So if you feel inspired, I'm like, dang, Ricky, you're right. I want to share something. It's fine. Find us on this over here. Just wave. Take a $5 bill, crumple it up. You take a $20 bill, crumple it up, and then throw it this way so we know you're good. If that's too small, you need more like weight. Do another. Do $100 coins. All right. On deck. On deck. On deck.
True.
All right. We have Willow. Willow, you're on deck. Okay. Fuzzies. Fuzzies. This next homie right here, this person actually figure out, there's a math equation for a volume of a cone and a math equation for a volume of a rectangle, a box. A box, there we go. This person has the mathematical formula for the volume of a microphone. Mm. Mm. Similar with a spirit and words in it. All of those things. All right. With that, let's make some noise and welcome to the stage, Lexi!
There. This is bullshit.
Oh,
shit.
Called alkaline metals. Alkaline metals have a sheen that can only be seen when you slice into them, but it lasts for a solitary beat. Much like the moment between picking up your mug and realizing it's too hot, by the time you've seen it shine, the air tarnishes the surface back to its dull, gray color. The gleam is gone, hidden once again. I am an alkaline metal. Although I want to appear strong, like nickel and copper, like titanium and alloy, like the solidarity of an anvil, or the certainty of rails on a train track, like the confidence of the Eiffel Tower. But alkaline metals are soft, malleable, pliable, ductile. In their outer shell, they contain one electron, and they are willing to give it away as soon as they bond with another. They do not occur freely in nature, and they are reactive. I am an alkaline metal. Like francium, highly unstable, and like cesium, only mildly toxic. I am an alkaline metal. With a shine designed to be hidden from the world, a heart expecting to be bent into every which way, and the appearance of a hardened shell, I wait in this world for a bond. Because as it appears, that is my purpose. And to give it up without a fight, without a thought that it could be mine, they can have it because they stopped long enough to hold my hand, the hand already outstretched like a child, offering you a shell like it's the only thing of value in this world, and I let this one thing that I possess orbit my being, restlessly circle my chest, making me dizzy, until you brought the rain. Water is visible and yet transparent. It is the shower that washes away. It is the refreshing dip in the lake. It is the coolness in your lemonade and the warmth in your tea. It is the hurricane that drowned Louisiana, the tidal wave that smacked Fukushima, and the typhoon that flattened the Philippines. It is necessary to life, but it can take it away. I was afraid of being corroded. But do you know what water does to an alkaline metal? There's a reaction. It's as intimidating as lovers gazing and as liberating as lovers kissing. It's a reaction more blinding than an imploding star. And that's what I've always wanted to be, was blinding. When other kids talk about fire trucks and police dogs, I always wanted to be the difference, the shock, the explosion, the question that was really the answer, the existential student in the classroom full of periodic elements. You are my water. Instead of cutting into me to find the glow, instead of taking my heart for your own, you clean it up a little bit, put it back in my chest, and embraced all of me. You show me how to shine. You show me how to stand. I am an alkaline metal, and you are my water. With you, I've ignited.
Give it up for the homie Lexi. It's been a minute. Lexi, have you been perform in this venue already? Lexi, have you performed on this venue? Not for the open mic, but you did slams over here? Team slams. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Well, just for fun, y'all. Just for fun, you know. Um, they came back. On count of three. 1, 2, 3.
They came back!
All right. All right. Cool. So we do that as well. Surprise. Surprise number 6. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. Oh, update.
All right, surprise counter update.
Okay, it's just
Lockout
a
counter.
lockout calendar. Yeah, where we're at, we're being locked out. That's okay. All right, on deck. We're getting close to that. We're getting close to the end. All right, getting close to before we do an intermission. I just want to say, no one threw money at me, so I just want to make sure y'all knew you don't have to do that. But if you're interested in jumping on this open mic, you can. We have some spots left. Then we have a full samurai slam. All right.
Yes.
Are we looking for a sack for a samurai slam?
I think we have
Oh, we do. Okay.
We do.
Don't think about it. Update. We got a sack. All right. On deck.
Real time updates.
Marion, you're on deck, friend. You're on deck. But coming to the stage, this person. Do you know when you get candles and it gets to the end and they're empty? Where do they go? Right? This person has the largest collection of empty candles. But what they do with it is really beautiful. I'll let them tell you about it. Please, welcome to the stage, Lula!
Do anything with that. Hey, everyone, how are we doing?
Good. What's
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, I got some revised shit for you.
Nice. Shit.
It's called Hard to Digest. I say she because they is far too loud to cacophonous in my mouth. She slides so simply from my lips, not deterred by the way I cannot stomach her. I let my family force feed she to me, never giving away how hard I have to shove the idea down my throat. I know my mother is proud of she, creation made so special. Meanwhile, I smile politely, repulsed by every bite until I can leave the table, to gorge myself on they in shameful private. I am not ready to tell my mother I hate her cooking. But the rank smell of she still lingers in the darkness of my closet where I fill my aching body with they and not my family's tearful, glooming smiles. For now, they scratch and scrape their way into my stomach, laced with embarrassment, and she sinks to the bottom, a half-chewed, abandoned dog biscuit in my stomach until she dissolves, violently churning my insides, leaving only they, clinging to my organs with a lost sense of dignity, stinking up the whole place, until we, cannot help it anymore, and they, me, are barfed back up, demanding everyone look right at us with a force that she never seemed to possess. Thank you.
You love some revised shit. You like some revised shit. We're always working. We're always working also. Thank you so much, Will, for coming through and letting us know you do nothing with those candles. So same. Same. All right. We're all like. We're all like. Okay. All right. I want to do another. I want to do a quick review. I already asked the front row section. How's the folks here on the row over here? How y'all doing? Yeah, love that. All right, cool. Last question. Homies on the bar counter, how y'all doing? Hey. All right. Cool. I'm not gonna ask the back row. I'll just wait to the very end. Ask y'all later. Okay. We only have another lovely homie before we get to announcements. Let us know. Let y'all know what else we got going on and a little bit of the working section. Pretty excited. This next homie, This homie has the ability to flatten any box with their bare hands perfectly and have it fit in a recycling bin. No questions asked. All right. It's very impressive power. They, funny enough, think outside of that, the box that they flattened. All right. Someone's rusty. Let's make some noise and welcome to the stage, Marion, y'all. Give it up for the homie.
Not happy shit.
Not happy shit.
Polaroid. There are things that a child should not have to survive, or at least not be called a child once they have. You were one of those things. October to August, I sprint to keep from standing still. But it's that time of year again, and they're dying like you did, quietly in public. I don't hate the fall for its cold. My ice has never melted with May. I hate fall because it promised scheduled, dignified demise. It lied. Always the practical sibling, you left a hole in my chest, the perfect diameter to keep my keys. Inches under throat, south of once prominent smile, north of now prominent ribs. I'm older than you left me with the same shell. He sat cross-legged in that space, displacing water that had accumulated with decades of spring showers that never brought flowers, just nights on the floor, and mornings pretending I slept anywhere else. He stayed long enough to fool the damp space into thinking it might be filled forever. My body got used to his warmth, stopped making it. But he left with the leaves, and now I've got an ice rink in my rib cage. I wouldn't mind. I've always loved a good snow globe, but it hurts to breathe. I can only take small gasps, or I'll shatter. I kind of doubt that's what they meant when they said I'd grow up to be just like you. But once upon a time, when it didn't break me and you weren't already broken, we laughed. A timeline of joy now mocks my lack of it. I used to wonder what it said about happy if you beamed from a face that was never given the chance to change. I've stopped caring about the reasons behind your smiles, too distracted by the point on the wall where mine continue and yours don't. The point where my universe was cleaved into befores and afters. Those who think they understand something they had to stand back to behold. The strangers may not know my name, but at least they look me in the eye. At least they don't tell me everything happens for a reason. The befores always want to know how I'm doing. The thought is appreciated, but my answers seldom are. I just want them to try taking one of those famous deep breaths through this smoke. Try building one of those safe spaces in the house fire that is my home. They've never seen a body too broken for an open casket, and I can't unsee it. So we have nothing to say except apparently things that make only one of us feel better. Those without third-degree burns love justifying life's infernos, and giving up on human reasons for inhuman things is how I determine my humans now. But I'd be lying if a piece of me didn't wonder if I stepped into traffic, toe teetering on disaster like yours did, would you reach from the grave with a stranger? If I tread water long after tourists and seagulls have given up, searching for a place where the tide would decide for me, would you descend on a stupid salty cloud? You said live, but it killed you. And you aren't here to stop me from spending my life searching for why you left it, preferring, I suppose, to lead by example, letting me live or letting me die, slowly, looking for the difference.
Good for our homie Marion, y'all. Appreciate it. Thank you for sharing. Awesome. Wow. We're, we're almost right there. Almost right there. I want to just invite, everyone who's here in our house. I really appreciate the whole team. Whole team really appreciates y'all for being here. Um, like I like to think that we're all here because we enjoy and support the idea of elevating these stories, the art of poetry, um, these narratives that can be very simple, but it also can be very complex. But it holds a space in here. Don't know what y'all got into before you arrived. We all came from different places. At least we arrived here together. But just as a fun little exercise, I'm just curious really a little bit of what that journey is. But for the homies who are just coming here from Lowell, can we just make some noise for the Lowell homies? Yeah. If you want to, no pressure. You want to out loud where you pulled up from. I don't know, maybe it's from work. Work. Okay. Okay. Tattoo appointment? Okay. Where else folks are coming from?
Wakefield nap.
Wakefield. Okay, a nap.
Home.
Car, home. Connecticut. I heard Connecticut. Mhm. Any other places folks coming from? Was it again? From Boston. Yeah. Providence. Who said that? I did. So yeah, we're all coming from different places, but it's really dope that we're all showed up here tonight. So that doesn't go lost from our crew here. So before we um, do a transition, do a little breather, and have the slammers come to the stage, I'm really excited to bring back up our lovely co-host Connie. Y'all.
Hello again. So we have some important announcements to get to before we get to our main event. So let's get started on that. So who are we? We are the Lowell Poetry Wheel. And we are a very wobbly wheel because we only have three spokes, but there are three very important spokes. We have the Untitled Open Mic, which we are at right here, right now, happening every first and third Wednesday of every month. Yeah. Then we have Mill City Speaks, which is our poetry slam team. Yeah. And then we have Free Verse, which is our youth poetry program. And one of the amazing things about coming to any one of our events is that we do not charge any cover fees. What? We operate solely on grants and donations. Now, what does this mean? This means we are broke as hell all the time. So there was a tradition started by the late, great Dr. Douglas Bishop, where he would take off his hat and pass it around and ask people if they had any spare change or good vibes, or they didn't give a damn just to keep passing the hat along, to give to us. Now, I do want to preface this by saying if you do have money, first put it towards the staff at Dragonfly Cafe. People are amazing. But if anything else that we would really, really appreciate it. Now, my lovely co-host, Rick Up over here, gives us his grandfather's hat to continue this tradition of passing. And while that hat is passing around, I will get into some upcoming events that we have, which there are a lot. Starting tomorrow on the 21st, Mill City Speaks is going to be at Prov Slam in Providence, Rhode Island. Oh my God, how about that? The doors open and sign-ups are at 7:00 p.m. and the show begins at 7:30 sharp. On the first Wednesday of June, June 3rd, we're gonna have a showcase for Clock. Correct? Clock, good. And then on the third Wednesday of June, June 17th, we're going to have Shelby Cove is gonna be our showcase. Yeah. And then Going to the next month in July, July 1st, we're going to have a 4x4 invitational slam. And then on July 15th, Mackenzie Fils-Aimé is gonna be showcasing. That's gonna be amazing.
Wow. Look.
He has a book tour. Yeah, it's crazy. Be here for that, please. Other announcements. Kitchen closes at 8. Am I correct? And then bar closes at 8:30. 8:30. 8:30. So get your stuff in before that, and tip your lovely staff at Dragonfly Cafe. Don't forget to visit our little community library up there too. We got some really great books. There's an email sign-up list as well. We need a pen for that. Yeah, we need a pen for that. Come to us if you need a pen for the email sign-up list. Don't forget to give us a follow on Instagram, Low Poetry Wheel, and visit our website.
One more thing. I just sent you one.
You sent me one more thing. Hold on. We have a live update.
Live update!
All right. So going back in time to this month, on the 23rd to the 24th, this weekend, Rebirth Volume 5 Multimedia Arts Festival with Elmer Martinez, who is a local homie. Yeah, be there. Where is that located?
The Foundry?
The Foundry. Yes.
Cambridge.
In Cambridge. Be there. Be there or be square. I think that is everything.
Yes.
All right.
Any barbecues?
All right. Well, you're not getting rid of me yet, though. I know. Because we have a little working section to get through.
That's right.
Working section is just when staff and co-hosts get a chance to share some of their work as well. I already shared, so I'm not sharing again. I can, but I don't have anything. You have something though, right, Ricky? Yeah? You want to come up here and give it a shot after your espresso martini?
Yeah.
Yeah? Give a hand for Ricky, everyone.
Thank you, Connor. Appreciate you holding it down. Sorry, you gotta stuck with me. Still stuck with me. I'm really excited about the slam. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a good time. I wanna do a poem. Can we do a poem together? Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for the 3 people who said yes. I need 3 random words from the audience from my 3 favorite sections: the bestie section, the other bestie section, and then the bestie section. Plate? What kind of plate?
The one I
The plate? The one I dropped. Great. Can I get something from the homies at the counter? Light bulb? Yeah. Amazing. And then the homies over here? Perpetuity? Is that what you said? Ratatouille? Okay. Perpetuity. Dang. Alright. And then I just need a question from the lovely homies over here next to all my favorite plants. What's the question? Yeah, easy one. Super easy.
Why are you here?
Okay.
All right.
Clearly not wanted here. All right.
I just asked Ricky that yesterday.
But y'all been a great audience. Continue to snap and stuff, especially when it sounds bad. Why am I here? The signal chat lights up. There's traffic on a connector. I am trying to connect the dots that are cities across different states. I'm in a state of mind of arriving, of showing up. There is more than 2 days in a month. And 2 of those days are at Dragonfly Cafe. I am here. I am present. I am with best friends. I am with a room that lights up like a signal chat. There is traffic and we are connected. Everything illuminates. The idea of being present with folks feels like a light bulb smiling. Then the lights go off. The AC turns on. It is hot. The sun sets, and nothing feels like gravity anymore. The plate that fell and kisses the floor becomes the thing that holds us here. We're in a room, and it feels like 1,000 light bulbs at the home improvement store. The light switch is on. The idea of all of us becoming a singular voice, chanting here, feels like a word, a word that can't be defined, syllables that has the rhythm of a perpetuity. You wear a hat, and the hat brings you here. There is a rat that writes poetry. The signal chat is actually a rat, and the light bulb is smiling. Thank you.
Give it up for Ricky. That was great. So,
Isn't words your job? You don't get paid for this? Are you kidding?
words are our job, but we don't have to know the words,
That's right.
do we? If so, then I'm gonna get fired. So we have one more individual on this working section before we take our brief little intermission for our amazing Samurai Slam that's coming soon. Stay for that. It's gonna be my amazing friend Rickov, who is gonna share an amazing poem, I'm sure. Give it up for Rickov.
Close enough. You guys can hear me. Yeah, I don't necessarily need to say. What? Huh?
What?
Am I speaking loudly enough now? Okay, I got 3 short poems for you today. They are not my poems. I was feeling inspired because it was wicked hot out. So I decided I was going to wear a little souvenir I got from Dubai back when I visited in October of last year. This is called a kandura. It's very comfortable, very light, and perfect for hot weather like this. So since I'm wearing an Arabic outfit, I'm going to read some poems from an Arabic poet. So 3 short love poems from Rumi, Jalaluddin Rumi, who I thought would be a nice little diversion from normal vibes that we usually get here. So there are 3 short love poems from Rumi. This is Time's Knife. Time's knife slides from the sheath as a fish from where it swims. Being closer and closer is a desire of the body. Don't wish for union. There's a closeness beyond that. Fall in love in such a way that it frees you from any connecting. Fall in love in such a way that it frees you from any connecting. Love is the soul's light, lasting the taste of morning. No me, no we, no claim of being. These words are the smoke the fire gives off as it absolves its defects. As eyes in silence, tears face, love cannot be said. next one is titled The Way of Love. The way of love is not a subtle argument. The door there is devastation. Birds make great sky circles of their freedom. How do they learn that? They fall, and in falling they are given wings. You so distracted me. Your absence fans my love. Don't ask how, then you come near. Do not say, I say, and do not you answer. No asking why this delights me. Stars burn clear all night till dawn. Do that yourself. And the spring will rise in the dark with the water, your deepest thirst being full. You're the spring, we're grasses trailing in it. You're the king coming by and we're beggars along the road. Your voice, we are the echoes of. You're calling for us now. How could we not return? And one more poem from Rumi. What?
So I can't
This is also, I suppose, coming off the fact that I've been doing this lovely little practice with my girlfriend where each day that she is on her way to work, she calls me and I grab the nearest book of poetry, which usually happens to be love poems by Rupi Kaur these days. And then I flip to a random page or one of her choosing, and then I read a poem for her. So I've been reading a lot of love poems lately. This last one is called I See My Beauty in You. Again, these are 3 love poems by Jalaluddin Rumi. I see my beauty in you. I become a mirror that cannot close its eyes to your longing. My eyes wet with yours in the early light. My mind every moment giving birth, always conceiving, always in the 9th month, always the coming point. How do I stand this? We become these words we say, a wailing sound moving out into the air. These thousands of worlds that rise from nowhere. How does your face contain them? I am a fly in your honey. Then closer, a moth caught in flames allure. Then empty sky stretched out in homage.
Give it up for Rick Cobb, everyone. And so that concludes Open Mic. We're going to go into a brief intermission for our main event tonight. And if you are one of this, like 5-minute intermission, if you are a slammer for the Samurai Slam tonight, please meet with Ricky during this. Please meet. Nope, you're not meeting with Ricky. Come up to the front table if you're a slammer for the Samurai Slam tonight. Okay. All right. Intermission time.
All right, we got slams.
The signal chat said Ricky.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, we got one slammer.
Yeah.
2 slammers. We got 3 slammers. That's Tony. All right, where's the slammer? Let me go talk to the slammer. You guys figure out who's gonna go. I'm just talking to the slammer. All right. Oh, okay. That's what I mean. All right, look. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Let's see if we can find somebody else. We need 6 people.
Somebody else? Yeah.
You need a disclaimer?
Yeah. Okay. I see.
Sorry, yeah.
It's all good. It's all right. I'm glad you still got a chance to share tonight. I'm glad you still got a chance to share tonight. All right. Mike will be number 6?
Yeah, Mike.
Oh, okay.
Rick, I'll go hold it up.
Yeah, I got you.
I'll do judging now.
I'm moving outside.
Okay.
They know the rap though. They know how slam works, right? Have they done slam before?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna run through the basics with you guys. Just to give you a refresher, and then we're gonna get to it shortly. So we're gonna keep to normal rules of slam. So 3 minute, 10 second grace period. Anything over that's a half point time penalty for every 10 seconds after. All original works. The only difference is the judges are y'all. I'll be getting I don't know where he put those on me, but I will be getting all of you a scoreboard, and y'all will be, there we go. Judging each other on 0 to 10 decimal point scale. Try to keep it fair, keep it honest, focus on the performance and the writing, and try as best you can to avoid score creep. I know score creep. So as the event rolls on, as the energy kind of starts amping up, the scores always get a little bit higher. Yeah. It's a thing that happens pretty. Yeah. So as the night gets, you might get more amped up, more into what's going on. Yep, that's the same wrestling. So, but yeah, otherwise, typical slam rules apply. Like I said, time limit, costume, prop violation. Just get up here, do your palms. Let's keep it, I think that's about it. Do you guys have any questions for me? The only thing different is you're judging.
Got it.
Yeah.
Love your vibe, by the way. I was here the year before you. Yeah, I lived in Oman for a year. A long time.
Yep.
This is my first time in the
You see any more markers? It's definitely better that time.
And it's super further. Oh my God. I feel like you're
Yeah, all right. We got 5, I'm missing 6.
They're outside.
We got 6. You want to get the order too? We'll announce the order. I've got everybody's names down, so we'll announce the order. I'm just gonna throw on the randomizer. I will deliver my Just bags? Where? I don't know where all the markers went. We saw all our markers. I don't know. What's up? Maybe I have to look harder, but I have 2 markers right here. Literally this right now. You know what it is though? Yeah, that was good. Inspired by that. Okay, I'm right.
So I've been revising that.
That one good too.
Right.
No, I don't think
I'm
Sorry, thank you for moving my goals. We're gonna use DJ. Well, my DJ
There was a person in my class.
When do you want to make just make it trying to get 12 homes in the next 45 minutes. Or 13 homes. No, 13. Technically 14. 14 times 5. Where we need to get life moving. So, and keep the
Hey folks, we're gonna give you the 2-minute warning on the intermission. You got 2 minutes left of intermission and we'll start the meeting. Don't say that.
No. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I really need to watch
You wanna run the same as like
I'm working on writing.
Sorry, I will be writing.
just let me know.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll have it as soon as say like I'm not gonna get better.
How we gonna dress this?
I might have to try to fix it.
So
I'm just gonna drop the two bucks.
Come on, second, come on, second.
I'll read out.
No, it's not this one. Make some noise for me! Samurai Slam and Dragonfly Cafe! Go!
All right, folks, thank you for being patient with our numerous technical, personal, mathematical, all kinds of difficulties here tonight, but we're here for a Samurai Slam. Yeah.
Goodness.
Awesome. First and foremost, let me just ask, how many people here have ever been to a poetry slam?
First time.
It's not your first time. All right, I'm gonna just give you guys a brief rundown. So basically, what's gonna happen here? We have 6 amazing poets here tonight that are gonna share pieces with us. And because it's a samurai slam, rather than audience score, they're gonna be judging each other. But as usual, it's about the poetry. It's not about the points. Numbers are fictional. So what's going to happen? These 6 poets, all original pieces that they've written themselves. They will have no musical accompaniment, no props, no nothing like that. And they have about 3 minutes with a 10-second grace period. After that, you start getting penalties, and linear time sucks. Other than that, actually, you know what, audience? I'm gonna have you guys cover your ears. Judges, you guys are slammers. You know this. We're gonna do this on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best poem you ever heard in your life. And this audience, they don't know anything about poetry. You guys are the ones that know it. So do that. Audience, you can uncover your ears. Judges, if you can cover your ears. These guys are so biased. They're the ones that write this shit. So I mean, you guys need to let them know how you feel about it. Whether that's yipping and hollering, whether that's hooping and hollering. That's the word I'm looking for. You hear something, you hear a line that you like, you react. You hear something, I don't want to say you hear something you don't like, you react. But let the judges know how you feel about these pieces. Other than that, I think I've outlined just about everything we got here. So who's ready for a poetry slam? You cheered, you're wrong, and you don't know anything. Because before we do a slam, we need to spill blood on the stage.
Whoa. We need to have a sacrificial poet. And again, I know the Samurai Slam is the poets doing it, but we need to make sure that they are not biased. So we're going to have this as a measuring stick. With that being said, give a round of applause for our sack poet. Make some noise for Willow!
Got rid of me. Can never get rid of me. Oh no. A general trigger warning real quick for suicidal ideation and mentions of self-harm. So if that's not your thing, get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding. Take care of yourself, please. It's called School Night. Girls are taught how to cry by playground bullies pulling pigtails before they are taught how to love. Whether throwing a tantrum in the grocery store or whimpering under her bed at night, she will master the art of snot and tears before junior high. I cried until I earned a reputation, the kid no one risked playing with, sporting puffy eyes and sniveling like a stray dog. I spent fourth grade recesses inside, clapping dusty erasers together while my teacher ate her lunch, probably wondering if there was anything she could do for me, but always coming up empty. At 12, I turned that sorrow inward, replaced tears with sharp objects to my skin as a reminder to myself that I deserved to hurt. That belief glued itself to the front of my brain. Anytime someone tried to make me cry, I would hack myself into ribbons instead. I turned 14, tried to stifle ragged breaths, and cost my parents $3,000 because I couldn't kill myself correctly. At 18, I started smoking cigarettes, a consolation prize for nearly snuffing out my life, and one more thing I promised my mother I wouldn't do. I'm still trying to quit 8 years later. Nicotine stuck in my gums, an addiction I should suffocate like the scars, covered by expensive artwork but still etched into my bones. I'm 26 now, hiding it better, forever in an ambulance ride to the hospital on a school. Thank you.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Judges, this is the most time I'm going to give you while you write down your scores. And while you're doing that, Lil did actually remind me just one more thing to keep in mind for our complete votes. The minute you speak on this mic, your time is going to start. If you do have a trigger warning, we will not count that to your time. So just make sure, when you get up here and you're ready, just dive right in. All right, with that being said, if you have your scores, go ahead and hold them up. And boy, it's dark in here, and I wear glasses. Ricky, moonlight is not a good idea. Let's see. I'm going to try from low to high. We have 8.8. Another 8.8. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. A third 8.8. A 9.1. A 9.1. Yes. Okay, cool. And then is that a 9.4? 9.4.
Nice.
Woo! For the poetry, not the points. And then before we dive into this, actually, while Rick Off is tabulating, you guys want to know the order of the slam? That would be a helpful thing to learn, and it's a thing I should have had prepared. Cool. So for our first round, in this order, it's going to be Tony Blue Rose, followed by Nick, followed by Carol, followed by Chris, followed by Mike, not me, followed by Ramon. Ramon? Yes. Cool. Awesome. All right. Before we get into that, Rick, do you have a score?
I do. I have a score for Willow with a 27 even.
27
Nice.
even. Again, not the poetry, not the poets. All right. With that being said, like I said, Nick, you're going to be on deck. But folks, let's make some noise for our first competing poet. Make some noise for Tony Blue Rose!
Trigger connects nervous system calls vagus nerve whispers heart rate pulls breath tightens muscles remember old alarms. Trigger connects nervous system, body reacts before life circumstances change, before bills are paid, before answers come. No warning, just activation. Nervous system reaches for the vagus nerve, a reflex 1,000 times practiced, old habit. Brace, fist first, clench fist, panic, pause, no permission slip. Vagus nerve hits heart, chest racing, no immediate threat, everything is silently still. Danger is memory, not mundane Monday. Heart shortens breath tightens muscles, should rise, jaw locks, thoughts stack. Body speaks before mouth does. Memory speaks before moment does. Past taps, present shoulder. This is how crisis ignites, not weakened sequence. Bad news runs loud through the wires. Good news walks quietly, barefoot, often unnoticed. Bad news lands heavy because my system is already braced. Joy lands softly. I don't always trust it to stay. When something good happens, I hold it carefully like rent money, like 50s grown, like building curriculums. When something hard follows, it feels connected even when it isn't. My nervous system doesn't study statistics, it studies impact. Sad songs make sense, they don't argue with reality, they sit in it. Pressure speaks emotions without consequences, recognition is relief. Pain gets bookmarked, joy gets skimmed. Negativity flashes like lightning. Wires in the brain hold the charge even after the sky clears. The current hums. Peace dances on the horizon, waiting to be noticed. The path runs both ways. Attention connects to input, input connects to pattern, pattern connects to response. What I scroll, what I replay, what I sit inside teaches my body what to expect. So I interrupt on purpose. Longer exhale, feet flat on the floor, name 5 things: sight, smell, hear, touch, taste. Slows the signal. I follow breath, lengthen. I choose voice to build. I linger, slow signals. I let calm rise louder than fear. Heart studies, breath opens, muscles release. Release is not magic, it is sequence. Calm is not luck, it is practice. Practice repeated enough becomes a new song. Trigger nervous system, vagus. Vagus, heart, heart, breath, breath, muscles, muscles release. Release, calm. Regulation, practice, real life, not perfect life. Turns manic Monday into survivable Monday.
Thank you very much. All right, judges, you know what to do. Get those scores up, big and bright for my geriatric eyes to see in the dark. I got one score. I got 3 scores. That's 3 scores. I'm waiting on 2. I got them all. All right. So from low to high, we got an 8.2. We got an 8.8. All right. We got we got a 9.3. Yes, and then that's just not happening. 9.0. Okay, 9.0. And then is that a 9.8? 9.5. 9.5. Okay, thank you so much. Rick, did you get all that? Cool, thank you. Awesome. On deck is going to be the homie Carol. Rick, do you have before I jump in, do you have a score?
27.1.
27.1. Big boys for the poet of the school. Cool. Carol, you're going to be on deck, but up next is going to be the homie Nick. So make some noise for Nick as he gets to the stage.
Content warning for abuse. Every boy learns to fight from his father's fists. Through bruised knuckles and broken bones, you carved these hands so they resemble yours, holding all of your muscle memory. I never knew your father, but I feel his leathery hands on your earthly body, and I feel ashamed, because I am the man that hurt you, and I am your brittle bones, and I am the boy you hurt. I see your ancestors in a line like dominoes, each held up by the hand of his father, each tugging another boy behind him. So maybe it's mercy that I can never love a woman. Queer claws can never build another body. No boy will ever call me father, so I can let go of mine and watch the dominoes fall.
All right, judges, you know what to do. I was closer, so I can read it now. I got 1 score. I got 2 scores. I got all the scores. All right, so from low to high, we have an 8.9, 8.8. We have an 8.9. We have a 9.0. We have a 9.2, and we have another 9.2. Make some noise for the poet, not the score. My friends.
Another 27.1.
27.1 for Nick, everybody. All right, cool. Homie Chris, we're going to be on deck. But ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Carol!
Trigger warning, community violence. Can you see ghettoization? Confounded I was in the 1990s. Mrs. Parrott, if Brown versus Board of Education passed in 1968, why is our school not yet integrated? Decades later, I left the classroom infuriated that since 1988, school segregation increased by 64%, and I am left confounded still. They could not see the crumbling infrastructure, which was Oakland Plantation and housing project I grew up in. They didn't see my sister and I walking to school, looking for every point of cover and concealment along the way, knowing a moment's notice could make all the difference. They didn't hear the bullets flying. They didn't see our neighbors dying. They didn't see us huddled in the hallways upstairs, interior doors shut, knowing how many of us died in our own prayer rooms and bedrooms because exterior walls in the projects don't stop bullets. Mama's praying to get us out of the ghetto before we didn't want to leave, get us away from the chaos and crime before it became a built-in part of our psyche. They don't see us in ghettos all over America, where law enforcement does not arrive until all the people have died. The paramedics only come to collect the bodies. We're left to pick up the pieces of our lives. What happens when the crack in the system is a whole gaping wide, separating us from opportunity, relegating us to our designation as second-class citizens in our own communities? While Quant identified slavery, Jim Crow, the ghetto, hyper-ghettoization, and mass incarceration, the four peculiar institutions used to confine, define, and control Negro people. Ghettoization, a kaleidoscope of public policy, a labyrinth of one-way streets, conveniently constructed highways, redlining and racial covenants, bisecting white suburbanization from communities of color, where failure factories are a false front for education. No one can see the connection between rising crime and plummeting educational outcomes. But wait, there is hope. Urban renewal, the removal of the Negro population. In communities where the cost of living exceeds the rate of pay, families are left trying to make a way amidst ghettoization. No one can see. How can one escape it without an education? But I forget, you can't see ghettoization.
Thank you, Carol. Judges, you know what to do at this point. So I'm waiting on scores. I got 1 score. I got 2 scores. I got 3 scores. 4 scores and 7 years ago. I got all of them. Okay, so from low to high, we have a 9.4. We have a 9.5. We have another 9.5. We have a 9.6. And we have another 9.6.
Nice.
Awesome. Again, make some noise for the poet. We're going to keep it this way. Rickov is our mathematician and our technician. Okay. We're good. We're good. Okay, cool. Hey, Rickov. Hey, Rickov, what's that score?
28.6.
All right. The mic that isn't in, you're on deck. But make some noise, everybody, for the homie Chris, as Chris gets this stage.
I open my umbrella at the dining table and wait for your thunderstorm of emotions. Your tears flood our foyer, and in my chair I am swept away with the tide. Your thunder screams echo through the halls, bounce off the walls, and strike me like your open hand. But I say nothing. I take your lightning outbursts like the good girl you trained me to be. People ask me why I'm scared of weather, and I just say that I'm inconvenienced by the rain. I don't have the heart to tell them I've endured the worst storms. Been in the eye of the hurricane, helplessly watching the destruction unfold around me. My skin a raincoat, drops pounding on me, but not enough to wash away the misery. Your storms came with warnings, and when the skies darkened and the wind howled, I prayed the rain would come down and wash out the sins of our house. Prayed that the waters would rise and take me away, a Dorothy who begged to go with the tornado because Kansas stopped feeling like home. Children aren't meant to be meteorologists, but you still made me bear the brunt of your cold fronts. Your love came in gusts, but most of the time your heart was in a drought. Your inability to be affectionate overcast my existence, and I wondered what I did to make you disappointed in me. I gathered the rainwater in buckets when your hurt poured through the cracks in the ceiling. Tried to patch the walls when your tsunami of tormented thoughts came roaring in. Your intensity was just too much for one little girl to handle, and eventually I stopped fighting you, and I let you devour both of us in your suffering. I wonder what it could have been like if we were both sunny days together. If your storms were merely drizzles and we danced in the puddles of an inconvenience instead of drowning in. Watched the radar and talked about how we'd protect each other when it downpoured. If weather was something that we weathered together. People ask me why I hate the weather, and I can't help but think of you. Hopefully one day I'll be able to walk in the rain without being soaked in your destruction. Listen to the thunder without hearing your wails ringing in my ears. Know that when I open my umbrella, I am protected. And when I feel my own hurricane becoming too much to contain, I will not allow my loved ones to suffer in my generational catastrophe as you have made me suffer in yours.
All right, judges. Don't know what to do. I'm busy doing it. I got 2 scores. I got 3 scores. I got 4 scores. I'm waiting on one, and there it is. Okay, so from low to high, we have an 8.6. We have a 9.4. We have a 9.5. We have another 9.5. And we have a 9.7. Make some noise. We're just about at the end of the first one here. The homie, oh yeah, that'd be nice to get a score.
Yeah, it's 28.4 for
28.4. So on deck, the homie Ramon. And with that, let's welcome the homie Mike up to the stand.
The only time I pray is after I've done a good deed. God, please see that I'm trying. They say people don't change. Every time I hear that, I start to sweat. I was the type to steal your wallet and then help you look for it. People were not flesh and bones, hearts and minds. To me, they were soft spots and dollar signs. I knew what buttons to push to get my next fix. I lied to everyone, mostly myself. When you construct your house out of lies, you often have to rebuild over and over. I watched my life fall apart, turn to a pile of sticks, then burn to ash. I still carry matches with me. I just try not to use them anymore. I got tired of waking up to no roof, no foundation, alone in the dirt, surrounded by empty nip bottles. They say people don't change. Well, talk to my mom. She doesn't cry as much anymore or stay up all night wondering if her son has died. Talk to my sisters. 10 years ago, they wanted nothing to do with me. Now they're my best friends. They call me in a crisis. I don't say that to blow smoke up my ass. I say it because when I truly reflect on it, it puts me in a state of disbelief. Who would have thought that this drug addict, degenerate bum would be given a stage? Do y'all know who I am? and would use that stage to tell you, I believe in you. This is not some Hallmark movie. I am not here to entertain you. I am here to return to the universe what was freely given to me. Unconditional love and support. People loved me when I was incapable of having a shred of compassion for myself. They hugged me, told me that it was going to be okay, that this too shall pass, that I deserve to build a house brick by brick with love as the mortar, and to sit back, take a look, and not give in to the impulse to burn it all down. I don't know you, but I love you. You are enough. Even if you don't believe it, I'll say it till the sun goes down, till there's no oxygen left and my lungs give out. I'll say it when the world becomes a barren wasteland and you and me are the only two people left. I will stay by your side and tell you that you are enough until you believe it for yourself. The only time I pray is after I've done a good deed. God, please see that I'm trying. This isn't about earning a spot in heaven. I'm not trying to barter with you to make up for past mistakes. I am begging you, please give me the strength to keep building, to pick up another brick and put it into place, because I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
Thank you. Judges, you know what to do? And I see you doing it. I got one score. A singular score. I got two scores. Dose scores. I got three. I got four scores. I'm waiting on one more score. There it is. Okay, cool. So, oh boy, again, from low to high. We have a 9.2. Another 9.2. Right. Okay, so two 9.2s. We got a 9.3. We have another 9.3. And we have a 9.4. Awesome. Woo! I feel like you might, like you could probably see them better than I can half the time, so you're just like, yep, there it is. Rick off.
Sounds nice here.
Rick off, what's the score?
The 27.8.
27.8 for Mike. All right. On deck is round two. So we're gonna get there, but we do have one more homie in the first round. So, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Ramon. Trigger warning for a mention of rape. Try to walk a mile in my shoes without getting corns. Try to have an opinion without being scorned. Try to look at a female without it being porn. Try to pluck a rose without touching a single thorn. Babies are subjected to addiction that are stillborn. Bullets are blazing in neighborhoods while they're battle worn, a uniform state with ICE wearing the uniforms, violating all of the duties that they are duly sworn. Who needs hornets? They're America's deadliest swarm. The handbook page of Serve and Protect must be torn. Families that suffer with no time to mourn, look, it's nothing new. Some consider this to be the norm. Rape is all too common in our college dorms. Whistleblowers are afraid to toot their own horn. Man-made diseases are becoming airborne. The weight upon our shoulders is building up to its heaviest form. We're at a sad state of affairs in this society where we can roll an L, but we can't spell sobriety. Third world countries are living in strict tyranny. Presidential candidates don't even inspire me. Recording artists are broke because of piracy. The government's always taxing us at a higher fee. Convicted felons ask, why won't people hire me? They're given cold shoulders, being told there's a hiring freeze. But we accept this behavior. That's the irony. Doctors and lawyers we no longer desire to be. We'd rather keep the block hot at a higher degree. Soon, they'll be clocking our oxygen when it's time to breathe. We need to keep our own standards to higher degrees because I believe in a higher power that's higher than me. And even if we don't live life in its entirety, a role model for our kids is what we should strive to be. Awesome. Thank you. All right. Judges. Do you think that's going to be... all right. I got one. I got two. I got 3, 4, and So, from low to high, we have a 9.2. We have another 9.2. We have a 9.4. And we have two 9.5s. Woo! Make some noise for the score.
That's a total of 28.1.
28.1 for Ramon. Awesome. Guys, that's the first round.
Yeah.
Now we're going into the final one. But we need an order. So, Rickon, if you would not want we're going to delay this just a moment. Don't make me do this. too white for this. Rico. Okay, cool. So let's do it. Can we get a drum roll going before we get this? Nice. Go ahead, Rico.
All right. We got in the second round. We got Carol, then Chris, then Ramon, then Mike, then Tony Blue Rose, and Nick to close us out.
All right, awesome. So, with that being said, Chris, you are on deck. Make some noise for the homie Carol.
Dig a little, dig a little, dig a little deeper. Every time I close my eyes, I see her. Poetess, undone friend, sinner. I really gotta be her, una milagro, una maldición, cualquier cosa. Puede ser una relación de la sangre. Una tentación enfocando en la vida es una batalla, por causa de la depresión. A pesar de eso, todavía tengo una canción nueva. Esta es mi confesión entera. Now I'm caught up in my feelings, ancestral Sankofa dreams, history of a present. Years have passed since I lost you, but I'm still reeling. Jackknife in the eye of the storm, not sure I want to stabilize. I couldn't save your life. Carol Denise Johnson, Carol, you with me? Today I died. Matriarch born of a bullet that took your mother resistance on red and black seas, sort of Africans colonizing America, transforming nightmares into black dreams. Buried deep in the ocean, immortal, infinite layers of naked, iridescent light captured in the darkness that made her. Egyptian pearl formed of the generational struggles that couldn't break our family. Established in Jamestown, former slave plantation, not our future, our legacy. Your life, the definitive work, Irvin James's wildest dreams. Unapologetic, bold, black elegance, opening new worlds. Your vision set the precedent. Through you, we realized this journey, not labyrinth or a maze, without a way out. You left the blueprint. Now I only need the layout. Grew up trying to pick up what you put down. Never could I imagine the day you no longer be around. Devastation. Desolation doesn't begin to describe the way my heart detonated when I lost my ride or die aunt, mother, my best friend, from my cradle to your grave, inseparable. We were to the end. I'll always remember the night of the storm, the very last time I held your hand, your glorious face, still warm, told you I loved you forever. You would always be my world, my AKA, my divine, my serenity. Could be said 1,000 times, your impact across generations, those who grew because they knew you could never be defined. Rolling over in my mind, the last letter you wrote me will forever be enshrined. You gave me your blessing, your final lesson, the master plan for Cessna. The earth stood still on its axis. By your design, you gave me what was mine. I carry it every day. I wear it with pride. Dig a little, dig a little, dig a little deeper. Every time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes, I see her. Poetess, undone, front and center. I really gotta be her.
Make some noise. Judges, you are experts at this point, so you know what to do. I got 2 scores. Yeah? I mean, I do have 2. Okay, I got 3. Jeez. Don't. All right, I got them all. So, from low to high, we have a 9.3. We have, come on, 9.5. We have another 9.5. We have a 9.6.
Oh.
We have a 9.7.
Nice.
Yeah. So on deck, homie Ramon. But with that, what score would be cool? That'd be really What's the score, Rickon?
28.6.
28.6. All right. Now, remember when you're on deck. But with that, make some noise for the homie Chris. You know.
I thought I had enough time to take the Browns to the Super Bowl before my flight took off, so I went, speed walking into a room full of stalls and gave a silent apology before I unleashed a small intestine catastrophe. I was coming. Bent in the ceiling, blowing lightly on my face, drying the bead of sweat on my forehead from strain. I began to come to terms with my second worst fear coming true, the first being a glass shark in the deep end of a pool. Yet here, in this moment, there is no shark. Only the natural predator of a poop-shy tummy ache survivor. I panic. Frantic massages on my tummy that I learned from YouTube. Move your hand in an L shape. Top to side to bottom to side, 10 times in each direction. It was working. A gurgled nod came from my bowels to tell me it was time. I liberated my gluteus minimus, medius maximus, and any other us I could muster. I wrapped the toilet tissue around my right hand, like so. Angel soft, too calm, the good stuff. I position, hand on the wall for support as I bend and twist and feel the texture nightmare of an IBS girly. I try to breathe. I think, at least I haven't heard them call my gate on the intercom. Flight 213 to Dallas, now boarding. The devil couldn't reach me, so he sent me an irritable vowel and a time crunch. I scanned the stall, looking for the airline's break glass for emergency stop button, silently hoping that the pilot has to bend down to tie a shoe or get stuck behind a granny walking at a snail pace. I hurried, no concern for the amount of toilet paper I was using, mercy flushing in between rounds, wondering how much shit could possibly come from one person. I desperately start to pull on the imaginary stop cord, trying to signal the airline to hold that plane. I start weighing my options. Pop the bubble gut with reckless abandon, or fight like the survivor that Mama Reba sang about. I start to feel relief as the toilet tissue gets cleaner and cleaner, and then solid white. One final flash, and then I pull my skimpies and my pants up to my nipples in a fluid motion. Final boarding for Flight 213 to Dallas. I bust out of the stall like the Kool-Aid man, and yes, I stopped to wash my hands. Like a bloodhound sniffing out a bratwurst factory, I was on a mission to get to that gate and on that flight. I can count on one hand the number of things I will run for, and a plane ticket just happens to be expensive enough to make that list. Rounding the corner, clean sphincter flapping in the wind, I see them start to close the gate. I rush up to the service desk, preparing to plead for even the mercy of squeezing into an overhead bin, formulating my future pitch to all airports. Why uno momento, por favor, buttons must be installed into every bathroom for those of us who be shit.
All right, judges, you know what shit to do. Three scores. Wait by two more. That's 4 scores, and that's 5. Rickon, you might need to refill back too. Okay, cool. From low to high, we have a 9.2. We have a 9.3. We have a 9.4. We have a 9.6. We have a 9.8. Nice. Cool. All right. Awesome. Wait. Whoa, hold on. Is it 9.5? What did I say? 9.3? 9.4? Whatever was 9.4 is 9.5. Cool. All right. Do you have the corrected score?
Before I give the score, can I get a communal fuck linear time, please?
Fuck linear time!
With a half-point time deduction. The current score is 27.9.
27.9. Fuck time, but we applaud the poet. What? Okay. Cool. We're about to wrap up round 2. Nick, you are on deck, but ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the homie Tony Blue Rose.
I'm so sick of these entitled kids, including my own. My son, a 30-year-old, 6-foot tall, skinny black man, father to a 9-year-old black male, has told me I ruined his life. He has told me that I owe him an apology for perpetrating against the black man by calling the police on him multiple times, starting at age 15. I have also had multiple restraining orders, not for fear of my safety, but for fear of the safety of others. A single mother apologized for doing the best she could with what she knew in that moment. I'm sorry I did not teach you what love means. I'm sorry I did not teach you the value of education. I'm sorry I did not teach you respect and proper communication. I'm sorry I did not teach you the value of hard work. I'm sorry I did not teach you empathy and giving back. I'm sorry I did not teach you accountability. I'm sorry I did not teach you how to treat a woman. I'm sorry I did not teach you safe sex and healthy relationships. I'm sorry I did not teach you the value of time management and consistency. I'm sorry I did not teach you how to advocate for yourself. I'm sorry I made you go out after curfew, smoking weed, selling drugs, and stealing cars. I'm sorry I made you sell women for your own gain. I am sorry I taught you abortion is the best birth control. I am sorry I taught you to leech off of others, especially your mother. I'm sorry I taught you actions do not have consequences. You are free to do what you want, when you want, fuck everyone else. I'm sorry that I made material things more important than time and family spending above your means. I'm sorry I taught you there is no such thing as self-sacrifice. You always come first. I'm sorry that I taught you that your woman must accept all other women, financially pick up your slack, cook, clean, and be at your beck and call. I'm not sorry I taught you. I'm sorry I taught you to be spiteful and take revenge with a vengeance. I'm not sorry that I called the police for your disrespectful, ignorant, violent ass, because at 30, you were still living in my home. 30-day notice, signed, sealed, and executed.
Judges, your experts. I assume that you tabulate as well as Rickoff does. I don't. All right, there they all are. So, from low to high, we have a 9.1. We have a 9. Nick, is that a 9.4? What? 8.4. Sorry, 8.4. 9.1. We have a 9.4, a 9.4, and a 9.5. I know that one that time. All right, make some noise for the poet. Got the score. And with that,
I give Tony Blue Rose a score of 27.9.
27.9. Guys, we're about to wrap things up here. So let's make some noise for the last homie of this round, Nick, y'all. Clap for him when he gets to the stage! Does this one not work anymore? No, it's not working. Oh, it works. Okay.
Somewhere in Oregon, there's a man on his porch strumming along on an acoustic guitar of deep cherry wood, carved gently by the hands of a craftsman he never knew and never will know. But yet, they find some artistic conversation as he presses his fingers along finely produced bronze strings, softly compressing and controlling vibrations that travel across the globe in some subliminal shape that buries itself below the ground we stand on, softly singing tectonic plates to sleep. I wonder how much of the universe hangs in the balance of those quiet melodies. And I do believe there's a little stardust in Joni Mitchell's voice. And I find it hard to believe that the birth of Venus was painted with hands like mine. To build a world in the folds of your vocal cords or the swipe of a pen against paper is nothing less than godly. In that way, God was the first artist, landing on an unshaped ball of clay and sculpting out mountains and meadows. Artists spend their lives plagiarizing. So take the ink that smudges on your fingers, a stigmata, a proof you were once divine.
Thank you, Nick. Judges, this is the last time I'm going to ask you. So make sure they're extra bright. for my terrible, terrible eyesight. All right, I got one score. I got two scores. I got two scores. I got three scores. I got all of them. All right. So, from low to high, we have we have an 8.8. Okay. Or excuse me, 8.7. Sorry. We have two 8.8s. We have a 9.0. All right. Is that Chris? Is that 0? It's, brother, it's a dead marker. 9.2 and a 9.3. Yes? Cool. All right. Did you get all that?
Yes, sir, I did.
Cool. All right. That's it for the poetry slam. I mean, I guess. I was going to say we're going to give Rick off time to conjugate, but I found out today conjugate doesn't have anything to do with math. So we're going to let him tabulate all the scores.
Tabulate, computate.
Do you guys mind if I read a poem up here?
Do it. Do it.
Okay, I guess not. All right. I guess I will read a piece before we read everything out. This is old shit, though.
Oh, shit.
Oh, that would be that. You know what? That'd be a great idea. Rick, put me out of my misery. What was the score?
Nick's score was a 26.8.
26.8. All right. Now, do you guys mind if I read something? Okay, thank you. I needed this express permission. All right, cool. Old shit. We did it. Cool.
Oh, shit.
There was a time when the whole world shook. Not from disaster, but from our laughter. You would wobble and throw yourself around. I could just not stop laughing. It's a joke with no nuance, no setup, no punchline. It was simple. Everything just felt simple. I'm older, I'm a little colder, so much bolder, and trying not to fold or break. But it's harder now, because the world doesn't shake. Your face is still so clear to me, your voice is fading, and so are parts of your personality. Sometimes I feel like I didn't do enough with you when you were alive. And even though I visit you once in a while, God knows I'm trying to dig up some memories that just don't feel fake. I don't want to forget you. I could use a good laugh break. That's why I miss when the world began to shake. Thank you. Oh, stop! Stop it! No, it's cute. Oh, that's cute. All right, do you guys want the results?
Yes.
All right, Rick off.
Sending them to you now.
Oh boy, now I have to stop. That's a penis. Someone drew a penis.
There you go, buddy.
All right, thank you. That's not. I'm not trying to accuse anybody of just having one out. All right, let's go home, everybody. All right, so we're gonna go in sixth place. The homie Nick with a total score of 53.9. In fifth place, Tony Blue Rose with a total score of an even 55. In fourth place, the homie Mike with 55.7. And I believe our prizes are for third, second, and first, correct? All right. So, and the margin on this was super, super thin. So, in third place, with a total score of 56.8, the homie Chris, y'all. And then, oh boy, I'm just seeing, this was an even thinner margin. Yep. All right. By how much? You really want to know how much? Yeah, I'm curious. 0.1.
Wow.
There's a 0.1 difference between second and first. So, with that being said, in second place with a total score of 50. I'm milking this. 57.1. Yeah, drum roll. You know what? Drum roll. Ramon! Which means in first place with a total score of 57.2. Make some noise for our winner, the homie Karen! That's gonna do it. Samurai Slam here on Dragonfly. Jesus. Oh, everybody go home.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Dragonfly, for having us. Thank you, our co-host, for helping out.
Thank you to our host of the slam.
Yeah, give me praise. This place is closed, so you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Goodbye.